The ring doesn't care about legacy. It doesn't blink at resumes or nod politely at age. It simply demands answers. And in 1992, for Iran The Blade Barkley, 31 years old, 2 eye surgeries deep, and 1 punch away from the end, the ring was asking a brutal question. Do you still belong here? Barkley arrived to face IBF super middleweight champion Darrin Van Horn with a past that read like a boxing odyssey. Dramatic highs, crushing lows, and just enough raw defiance to keep the lights on. 4 years earlier, he was riding high after a third-round demolition of Thomas Hearns, a stunning upset that earned him the WBC middleweight title. He was feared, respected, even loved for his blue-collar tenacity, but the boxing gods don't deal in nostalgia. They deal in rent coming due. After the Hearns victory, Barkley lost his title in a close decision to Roberto Duran. Then came another defeat, this time to the silky smooth Michael Nunn in a failed IBF title bid. The back-to-back losses were gut punches, but what came next was worse. In August of 1990, Barkley stepped into the ring against Britain's hard-hitting Nigel Benn and didn't make it out of the first round. The loss was violent, humiliating, and for many, final. Iran's finished, the critics whispered. Too many wars, too many miles. What followed only seemed to confirm the narrative. 2 comeback fights against forgettable opposition yielded little. One was a decision win over Juan Hernandez, a journeyman sporting a 4-13 record. This wasn't a Rocky Balboa redemption arc for Barkley. This was a check the gas tank kind of story. Worse yet, Barkley wasn't just metaphorically fading. He was literally fighting half-blind. A detached retina in his left eye had required not 1, but 2 surgeries. Still, when the opportunity came to challenge 23-year-old Van Horn for the IBF super middleweight crown, Barkley didn't blink. I'm in shape, he said. I'm ready. Or maybe he just couldn't stomach the slow death of irrelevance. Van Horn, for his part, was the fresh face. Young, charismatic, and built for the spotlight. A 2-time world champion, he was Kentucky's answer to Sean O'Grady, right down to the eccentric father-slash-trainer who molded him into a regional marvel on the Louisiana and Kentucky circuits. But the competition had been so soft, it looked like he was playing a video game on rookie mode. Van Horn first captured the IBF junior middleweight belt 3 years earlier, only to lose it in a humbling fashion to the awkward but effective Gianfranco Rossi. The shine wore off fast, but Van Horn rebounded, bulked up, and stunned veteran Lindell Holmes with an 11th-round knockout to claim his second world title, this time at 168 pounds. Still, the question loomed, was he the real deal? On paper, it looked like a simple passing of the torch, the young lion versus the battered gunslinger. But beneath the surface, it was something more, a test of Barkley's heart and Van Horn's legitimacy. The oddsmakers weren't sentimental. Van Horn came in as a 5-2 favorite. Barkley was the opponent, a name, a gatekeeper, a test. This is it, Barkley's manager Ahmad Bey said. This guy's got no more 9 lives. But if boxing has taught us anything, it's this. Never count out the desperate man. And Barkley, the old gunslinger, still had a few bullets left in the chamber.
Come on now. Good evening, Blade. Schoolboy. You both received your rules earlier in the dressing room. I expect you to obey these rules. Let's have a nice, clean fight. Touch gloves. Good luck to the both of you. Touch gloves.
And we are ready to roll here. 12 rounds. Darrin Van Horn in defense of his IBF super middleweight title that he won last night from Lindell Holmes. Van Horn at just 23 years of age against the veteran Iran Barkley, who needs a good showing here tonight. His career could be very close to ending if he should lose, particularly in stunning fashion early in this fight. And we'll see if Van Horn does what he said he would do earlier today. He takes a left from Barkley. That got his attention. Barkley threw a little left hook at Van Horn on the jaw, and his eyes rolled for a second, and that brought the crowd to its feet. Darrin Van Horn says, I can adjust. He knows Barkley's going to come at him. Iran Barkley can't waste time in this fight. He's a veteran. He's had eye problems. He didn't fight for a year. Came back last year with just 2 fights against unheralded fighters. And here he is playing for a world title. 2 minutes remaining in round one, and he got this shot by mere chance. He happened to be in a boxing promoter's office when a call came in wanting an opponent for Van Horn. This is not a mandatory fight, of course. 1:30 remaining in this first round. He held the middleweight title in 1988 when he stunned Thomas Hearns. And since then, there's been a lot of significant losses for world titles. Trying for the 6th time to take a world title. Van Horn now moving and jabbing more. Van Horn says if a puncher comes after him, he can box. He can jab and move. 1 minute remaining in this opening round. Arthur Mercanti Jr. is the referee in his 2nd world title fight. And of interest is the fact that his father, Arthur Mercanti Sr., has refereed 94 world title fights. So they're keeping it all in the family. And Arthur Jr. is a good one in the ring, too. He's strong and he moves quickly. Again, Barkley bounces that left hand off the right side of Van Horn's face. There it is again. Van Horn's dropping his right. And Barkley is ducking inside and scoring with that left hook. There's a right, and Van Horn is definitely a bit shaken. The left hook is Barkley's bread and butter punch. And he's landing it in the closing seconds of round one. Darrin Van Horn, who you see the redness on his right cheek up around his eye. And if he takes a few more of those left hooks, that right eye is going to start to close. Let's go back in that first round. There's the left. And again, we'll see some more left hands. There it is again. And that knocked Van Horn off his feet.
That's it, Iran. Speed fight him. Alley fight. Good, Iran. Good, he's hurt. Good, Iran. He's hurt. Good, Iran. Good, Iran. Take the stool. Get the stool.
And you heard it. Iran, you're doing a good job. 2nd round, scheduled for 12 in defense of Darrin Van Horn's IBF super middleweight title. Van Horn's got to get cooking here, and he's taking left hands. He's taking a lot of those left hands. He's jabbing, he's trying to jab, but he's dropping his right hand. He's holding the right hand very low. And he's down on his back.
6.
He is up at 6. He is up at the count of 6. He is definitely shaken. Here's Barkley with a right and a left. Another right hand. Firing away. A good solid right, a solid left. Van Horn is going to go again. He's going to go down. And there he goes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Again, up at the count of 6. Remember, no standing 8 count. No 3 knockdown rule. Here's Barkley, left hand, 3 left hands. Bounding away, firing, sensing victory. Trying to come back, rejuvenate his career. Trying to take a world title. Banging away, Van Horn taking some shots. Trying to fight back, and there he goes again. He's down for the 3rd time. And it's stopped. It's all over. It's all over. Iran Barkley in a stunning 2nd round knockout takes the International Boxing Federation world title. And it recalls back in June of 1988 when he stopped Thomas Hearns in 3 rounds to win the middleweight title, the last time he held a world title. And he has come in here tonight. Many people felt that he would not last, that he was on the tail end of his career. He fought only twice last year. And he's making a lot of boxing promoters look pretty good tonight because it was felt that he was just merely an opponent for this man who is still stunned, who has lost his IBF title.
Champion, how the heck did you look so darn good? Let's face it, in the past couple of fights you've had, you know, not all that great looking. A lot of people wrote you off. You looked slow in a few of your fights, not so determined. Tonight you came out like a man possessed and did everything beautifully.
Well, first I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And, you know, we worked hard. My trainer, Eddie Mustafa, we worked hard. And I paid the price. You know, I was willing to pay the price. And that's what I did. You know, I worked hard. I don't think I would have let this guy beat me if I was drunk. You know what I'm saying? I mean it, you know. He was a good, I respected him as a champ, but, you know, I just had too much for him.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with Darrin Van Horn. He's a heck of a fighter. A lot on the tape, like I'm sure you did. You beat a good fighter tonight, a champ of the world.
Oh, most definitely I did, you know. I came to beat him. But now, you know, I want to move on. I want to move on. All right. I want a rematch with Tommy. You want me, baby? Come and get me. I want you. I want you.
Now.
Come and get me. I give it to you. I told you I'd let you fight.
You're talking about Tommy Hearns, I take it.
That's right. I'm talking about Tommy. He's the man now, but I want you.
No, you the man.
I'm the man. You the man.
That's what he meant. He meant you were the man, right? That's what you meant,
right. That's right. I mean I'm the man. Me and you, that great champ you are, we can get it on. Let's get it on. Let's get it on, Tommy. Don't procrastinate. Let's go.
All right, Tommy Hearns is at 175 pounds. You're the 168-pound champion. You want him to come down, or you want to go up?
Hey, I'll go up to him. I'll meet him up there. I'll go up there. I'll go anywhere you want me to go. I'll be there. Come on and try my title. Put yours and come on and try mine. Come on. This is the real deal. The real deal. I want to say what's up to everybody in Las Vegas, to my main man, Petey, Little Petey, LJ, and Panama, my man.
All right, Iran. Listen, that's a lot of hellos here. Let's get back to the fight real quick. You came out like a ball of thunder. What was it that you really did that overwhelmed Darrin Van Horn tonight?
Well, it was just that I just concentrated and I listened to my trainer. He said, go ahead and butcher more. I said, okay, you want to make it a street fight? Let's do it. I wanted to go with 8 jabs and stuff, but you know, I could come back and get it.
All right, Iran. Iran, listen, it was a wonderful performance by you. You're the champ of the world again. I know you're going on to bigger and better things, and I'm going to throw it back to Len Berman ringside. Thank you very much.